Hello. Here's my vlog for the... don't know what day it is. Didn't do a vlog for a couple days. I'm at 2 bars charge. I didn't do a vlog because I got locked out of my phone. I had like 6 tries and I thought I had it, but it just didn't work. And then it started giving me exponentially more time, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, and then it just locked me out. So I have to go to the, I guess, the Apple store. But my mom isn't here, so I'm like, I guess I'll go tomorrow, because I don't think I can receive calls either. So this is what you see. Security lockout. I guess you can erase it. So if somebody steals your phone, that means they can get locked out and then erase your phone. That's not fun. Anyways. And I was also, and then I had to do the video. I was just organizing files and stuff. I had to do the video because the computer shut down. So I had to do a update. Thing's been doing the update for like the last half hour. I was trying to start for the last bunches of minutes. So I'm just hanging out here in my place. It's a total like mess. That's the trash. That's the fuss clothing organization I have to do still. Wow, this is just taking forever. Here's my screensaver. Found that on Instagram. That girl 6'1". Can't remember her name though. Anyways. Oh, so I made a book. This is like one thing, because I went into the basement and I found a bunch of stuff. I found papers, like pictures that I had all over the kitchen and like the entrance room and the bathroom with my other roommate. But then when I changed roommates, I took all that off, and so then I had like all these papers, these like pictures, all of girls, tall girls, muscle girls, and so I put them in the basement. And they were all laminated, and I went in the basement, I got them out, and I got them with this paper here, and I'll show this book that I made. But so I didn't know what to do with them, because I didn't want to just, I didn't know, like, couldn't put them on the wall. So I had the idea to put them in these big Ziploc bags, and then you can hang the bags all over the, I have like 13 of them. You can hang them all over the wall on the closet, and then it doesn't get in the way. So we'll see if that works. Anyways, but then I found this book, or the papers from this book, and it took me like an entire day to build it. And let me explain first what it is. Yeah, it's part of my website. I printed, because this was one of the things that was on the wall, and I just tore it off the wall in a hurry and just threw them all in a Ziploc bag, and it was all like, chopped up and messed up. And I did piece it all together, like all the different pieces together, and cut it and laminate it. Still, it wasn't even laminated. I went through three rolls of tape, 3 or 4, and yeah, it was on the wall before, but it's of all the different bike racer levels from a 20-kilometer time trial. I do it on my website for the hour, but hour is 40 kilometers, because like 40 kilometers an hour, 25 miles an hour is kind of like, I think, a good like benchmark. Like if you can do 25, like I figured that was what my level is when I was strong. If you can do that for an hour, then you're good. But they have a course here that was for 20 kilometers, so I just had that substituted. And I Google Earthed it. I Google Earthed all kinds of, like, everything on Boulder, and also in the world and history, but all kinds of, like, history to tie everything together, and but also the cycling in Boulder. And so I did the time trial on have each person, like 520 people or something, 550 or something people. It's on my website. Exactly where they are, and with the winner being at the end. And I think the winner was 33 miles an hour, and that's the number. That's the level 0. I looked at my page yesterday, and it said level 1 was 38. It was 32.75 miles per hour until 33 miles an hour, and this is all on a time trial bike. Whatever you can do on a time trial bike. So yeah, I guess when I was strong and I could do 25 for an hour, I guess on a TT. I think it's like a mile and a half faster on a time trial bike, so that would have put me at 26 and a half, but I don't know. But I have to go back and look at all that. But yeah, and I had some other ideas too. I'll try to talk about in the end if I remember. So. And then I had these little, like, on the Google Earth, because I made it for, like, a fantasy world. And so this would be like a fantasy race they have for whatever reason. So they have benchmarks, and I actually thought of incorporating Roman Jugera, like all the different Roman areas. And you can see the different, farms of different people, equestrians and soldiers. Equestrians usually got double. And so I would build, like, big fences between them. And then then they would correspond to the riders. But on this list, it also has, so it has a picture of the riders, like a diagonal of where they are on the road, and then it has the data of the actual level, and it has, like, who they can ride with based on the 3 mile an hour limit for drafting. So if somebody's more than 3 miles an hour faster than you in a time trial, you can't draft them because drafting only helps up to 3 miles an hour. So, I think I explained it, figured out scientifically. But and then I have the different watts you have to do to obtain that speed for 3 different weights: 100 pounds, 150 pounds, and 200 pounds. Because your FDP changes a lot between 100 pounds and 200 pounds, and riders vary between those two weights. So. Just to say what somebody's FTP is, you have to also say how heavy they are. And, so somebody with, like, the same FTP but different weights, the person who's smaller is going to get up a hill a lot faster. The person who's bigger is going to go flat faster. And, oh man, I hope this battery doesn't die. God damn it, now I'm at 1 bar. So, anyway, but then on the bottom I have, and it's on the website, how many, like, what chapter of Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire represents that. So, like how much time, like, matches, like the chapters have to match the exact time it takes, the person's time was for the speed in the 20-kilometer time trial, because there's 20-kilometer time trial. So, it's, so you would listen, so, like, whatever level you are, you have to listen to that chapter. It's because you're, like, imagine that. And if you want to get to the next level, like, you would listen to that chapter and imagine being at the next level. And so also next level, you would, like, look at, like, where your location is. So when you're actually doing the race, your speed, you actually imagine the next one being, like, that much farther up. And so you can keep track. So it's something to make it more interesting and add motivation. So anyways, before this battery dies, let me show you the actual book that I made, because I had the, this laminated paper on the wall, and then I laminated it, and I didn't want to get rid of it. And I didn't want to just throw it in the Ziploc bags like the pictures, because this actually has levels that are in certain order. It's not like something you just throw in just because it's in a category. And so I 3-ring bindered it to keep the pages in order, like a book, because books are in order in pages. And then I wouldn't keep it in a bag. You can just hang it on the wall. And so here it is. Let me give it a tour. Oh my God! Look, I'm glad I did the vlog now. I wish I could plug the phone up, but this camcorder, it's a what kind of camcorder is this? This is a this isn't a Sony HD. Anyway, ooh, did you stop? Good. Anyways, it can't record while it's plugged up, and it's like not charged. Anyways, so here's the book, dude. So, oh, but see, I looked on my website. If the battery dies, I'll just show this later. I looked on my website, and level 1 was 33 miles an hour to 32.75 miles an hour. And I looked at it yesterday, and I immediately went, damn it. Because, like, level 1 would be anything over 33 miles an hour. Because 33 miles an hour is that magical number. It's 1/3 of 100. It's a generation according to Herodotus. I can plug it into a website and everything. And it's a like, can you break a certain speed? You know, so you have to choose just miles an hour. You wouldn't use a miles an hour at 0.75. And I think, like, when I made it, I just didn't notice that. So it's kind of an example of, you would notice things later on than you do earlier because you get smarter in certain ways. But luckily there's a 0. So I think I came up with this idea later. You can make it level 0 then. So level 0 has to be a level. So 0 would be anything over 33. But I don't have that on a website, so I would have to include it on the website. Like, I'd put it above and maybe a certain number. Because then, yeah, it's because it's special, because it's anything over that, and that's kind of like with UFC. Heavyweight would be, oh, I know they have a weight limit with heavyweight. But if it wouldn't have a weight limit, it would be anybody welcome over, you know, so anybody over the speed. So whatever. So that's why I have it with a level 0 on this. But I'll show you my booklet with that. Oh. Okay, so yeah, I figured you could make a book out of it, right? Not let it go to waste. You just laminate it, and with the tape, it makes it strong enough to make it like a book that'll last. And you don't even need a cover because the tape lamination can act as a cover. And you would store it by hanging, so it's nothing that it has to be protected from. And you would store it like this. Just get the hanger and hang it up on the wall, right? Just like that, boom, on the little hook. You can do everything with hooks and zip ties. And so like, you would look at this to represent the level that you are at, to help try to motivate to get to the next level, or lament being at the level you are, whatever. But level 0, like, here's where the race ends. At least I think. Maybe I need to fix this because it doesn't look right, but yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, because you're already, you're going towards the west. The level 0, here's where it ends, right? So the person would be here. I guess in here I didn't have it, but that post represents it. And so this is the screenshot of Google Earth. Isn't it awesome? Google Earth's like a picture. So if you were to make it a loop, you would go up to here, and then there's like a climb, a paved climb. You would go out that way. Or if you do a shortcut up the dirt, you go that way. But if you made it a loop, you go. But it includes a climb, so that's why the end is a little bit, because the start is right there. And it goes like that. So that's why the end is a little bit lower than the start. But the road isn't in the best condition, so it represents a good 20 kilometer, like fast, but not the fastest, but a good fast 20 kilometer time trial. So level 1. So this is level 0. So look, you can open up the books. These are just zip ties. You open up the, and I made it by tape. So I just got 3 of the normal tape, masking tape. I just got 3 layers, and I just looped it over. So like a third of it on the paper, and a third sticking out, and just punched holes through it, and then run this through, and so I think that'll last. And if it breaks, I guess maybe you could build it around this or something. But yeah, so anyways, I think that'll last. But so here's level 1. And this is originally on the wall, so you can convert it. Just like my timeline can go from the wall or in a book. So level 1 would be this. So that is the end of the time trial. So that would be the winner at 33 miles an hour. You can see how it says 33. It's a little bit But here's 32.75 to 33. So kind of not in the greatest condition, but that would be the post. I think it's like 2 kilometers, 2 meters high, or maybe. Can't remember, but yeah, but that's like the cyclist, and I made it 1 meter high because that's about how high a cyclist is, and 2 meters long. Or like, no, exactly as long as a normal bike. So like 1.83 meters long, like 6 feet long, and like a meter high, I think. But anyway, and the men are blue and the women are pink. So this would be level 1. So this guy's level 1. So I think because the guy who won, because I don't see a guy. Yeah, I think the guy who won this was at 32.75 miles an hour. So he was right at a level 1 or something. Because I don't, yeah. So anyways, so that represents 30. This is all on my website. This is just what I printed on my website. So I try bike. I should have said TT bike. So anyways, 32.75 to 33, and that's in kilometers on the right. And then in a 20K time trial, that's what your time is. And I hope this is right, because on my website, I think I got it wrong. I think this is wrong. Some of them are right and some are wrong, because on my website I fixed it. Riding partners, this dude does a level 1, so he can do with riding partners from his level, I guess a 0 too would be a little bit faster, all the way up to a 17. But an 18 couldn't draft off him because it's more than 3 miles an hour slower. So, fluid trainer speed. Oh, and I lost this page on my website, so I'm so glad I have this, and maybe it's on my website, on the bike racer level, because I can scan this off. Because I actually did the test, how many speeds you had to do and watts you had to do for a certain speed. It took me all day, and I lost it. Pissed me off. Because this is like a regular, trainer. So yeah, to go, I guess you have to go 30.33 miles an hour on a fluid trainer to do, at 200 pounds, to do that many watts. So fluid trainer, just 3 miles an hour less or something, to equivocate it if you're 200 pounds. And I don't know if on the site I did it for all 3 weights, but so anyways, and here's the STW. It's actually called FTP, strength to weight ratio. So yeah, it's different, because if you're 200 pounds, to maintain 32.75 miles an hour, you have to you have to do 565 watts, and to do 33 miles an hour, you have to do 575 watts. And so your FTW would be 6.1 to 7.23. And so if you're 150 pounds, you have to do 495 watts to 505 watts. So 495 for 32.75 and 505 for 33. I think that's how I did it. And then, yeah, strength to weight on the right. Because in the Tour de France, you would hear about people with like 7.28 strength to weight ratio. So that means they're like level 1. They're the best in the world. For about an hour, they could hold that maybe up the hill if they weigh 150 pounds, so if they're a climber. If they're 100 pounds, they only have to do 427 to 432 watts, and that would be their STW. So your FTP, this is what cyclists call FTP. So if somebody says some little girl has an FTP of 9.52, and she's riding with a dude who has 6.31, they're going to be going the same speed. So it's not really accurate to be like, what's your FTP? Depends on how heavy you are. So, but as soon as they get to the hill, she'll zoom away from him. So these are the chapters. Chapter 122 out of 225. There's 225 chapters in the Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. Luxury of Caliphs. Now you can go to my website, and you can. It's actually organized that way. So you just look at what chapter that is, and it's 22 minutes and 41 seconds. So if you wanted to listen to it twice, like loop it back to back, it would take 45 minutes, 22 seconds. So that would be level 1 if you're doing 40-kilometer time trial. So for 22, so it took the dude 22 minutes and 41 seconds, basically, this first dude. And I forgot to put people's names on here and what time they got, and I should have. But or you could do, there are 4 chapters in the book that are in this level that take this amount of time. So there's another chapter, 123. The next chapter is on 22 minutes and 42 seconds. It's the next chapter in the book, and it takes 1 second longer. 51.5, 30.3. I can't remember what those numbers mean. Oh, I think I have these chapters organized by number in terms of size, because you can see how they're organized. So that's how it is. Oh, and on the right, that's the number of the chapter. Okay, so that's the chapter of that. That's the chapter of the actual book. So the 16th chapter in the beginning of the book. That's the one on the right. And the one on the left is how big it is. So yeah, so then you could do, so the 225th chapter is Luxury House, and then the 124th chapter of the book is Gauss repulsed by Stilicho, Germans overrun by Gaul, and then the 16th chapter towards the beginning, Virtues of Alexander Severus, at 22 minutes and 43 seconds, just 1 second more, and then 2 seconds longer than that. The 234th chapter of the book, Loss of Latin Tongue, Studies and Solitude of Greek. So you can listen to these and identify with that location. And so, if you are, oh look, my computer, I just saw that, just came back, finally. So, if you're like a certain level, you know, so you would go and you would compare, and so each level, you can see the other level in front of it, because that's how my website is. Everything is, and everything, not just this, but everything is connected by the one below it. So you can see the one above it and the one before it to connect everything. And then you have it also in dimension, so moving forward and backward, and also big and small. So, so like that's the first one, right? That's the second one. There's the dude who won, I guess, and there's the second, and there's the third. And this is what they would look like if you cut the timer when the first dude crosses at 22:41. Boom, you stop it. Wherever everybody else is at that point, based on their average speed, this is where they would be. So this guy would be like that far back. This third guy would be that far back, right? So like on the website, you would actually look down. I actually don't have these connected on the levels page for some reason. I have to do that. There's all these like things I have to finish because I just didn't think of it, I guess, at the time. So then you have, so that was level 2, and it has all these different levels. And level 2 only has 2 chapters that are compatible. You know, and as you get farther and it gets longer, you have less chapters. So there's certain time periods that have more popular with certain chapters. Like 20. The shorter period, you know, there's more chapters there are. So the faster the guy is, the more he has to choose from. So so here's level 3. Here's where the curve starts, and there's the lake. I can't remember what road this is, but this is the road that goes. This is Neva. This is the road you turn off. Yeah, I don't know if this is the Neva part, but this is Neva. So so then here's the turn. So I can't remember how many people this is, but there's level 4. So you see it. So whoever is there, you have to be there or above is level 4. You have to be here or above. So maybe I should have done it another way. Where, yeah, see, I couldn't do it where level 4 because you wouldn't be able to see the detail. It has to be up close. So, but maybe I should have done the order where you're looking the other way. And actually, one of these levels, I have it where you turn the other side, and you can see it looking the other way. And I think I can also attach that later. You attach it later, and it's looking the other way. So you're looking this way, and then you're looking down that way, with this over here on this side, so that you can see all the other levels below it, behind it. And that's the best way to do that. And I'll do this later, but I don't have those images. So then you do level 5, and I haven't turned these yet ever. This is the first time, so they turn pretty good. Maybe I should make the holes bigger. I don't know, but here's the lake goes down, and then so yeah. So if you're level and one of them was missing, and it was actually level 25. And let's see if I can turn this with one hand. Nope. I guess you have to do it with 2 hands. Let's see if I can do it with 2 hands. I can't hold that in my mouth, so I can't film myself doing this, but I'm kind of moving them across. Oh shit, I have to be careful not to make these loops smaller, because if you make them smaller, they don't, you can't make them bigger again, you know? These zip ties only go in one direction. Okay, so I'm trying to get to level 32, and I have 50 levels here. I have 100 on my website, but there's 50 on this, because that's how far back the people went. Because, you know, on my website, you almost get walking speed. Okay, here we are. So that took me a couple seconds. So it's pretty reasonable. I mean, you can't just move it around totally like a book, but... So here you are, 32. It's level 32, and here's where this is the one that I printed it, and it was printed bigger, but that's fine, because that means it's the normal anyway. It's, 25 miles an hour, 40 kilometers, 40 kilometer time trial per hour, right? Maybe that's why it's missing. I don't know. But anyway, I can do the demo with this because it's bigger, and I only printed it yesterday. So this is 25, right? So this is the dude, whoever that is. I don't have the name, and I should have had the name, like, because I could. I think I have the name right here. I should have had the name printed when I printed, but so that's a dude, that's a girl. Oh no, the battery's about to die. So anyways, let's just do this real quick. So then you can go down. These are all the people. It looks like a triathlon, doesn't it? Here's a pack of people. It's like a pack. These are all independent just from their time, but it looks like they're a pack racing down. Isn't that cool? I love Google Earth, man. Looks like freaking people as far, and I don't know how far back that is, but that's like a certain, because every one of these is like a quarter mile or something. I can't remember, but anyways, you have it all the way to 50, and this is the book. So battery's about to die, so that's what I've been up to. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go over there and get my phone fixed, and hopefully, man, my shoulder hurts really bad right now because of all the out of shape. Ooh, so I guess I'll leave you with the 6-1 muscle chick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, peace out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Alright, peace out.